I can't believe I haven't made a video like this before. So guys, in this one, I'd like to present you with a few idols who, in my opinion, should be considered underrated vocalists. But two things before we get into it. Firstly, for this video, we'll go with a pretty loose definition of underrated, which is gonna be better than most people believe, or simply not appreciated enough. This criteria naturally depends on the individual perspective and experience as a fan. For example, I don't find Seulgi of Red Velvet an underrated vocalist, but maybe there could be someone who would. And secondly, there's only so much I can fit in one video. If I want to give any commentary besides, wow, they're so good, I need to limit myself. The list is naturally much longer, and it may also not be the last time I make a video like this. It's up to you. Without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, there is a reason why I chose keeho to be the face of this video. One of the top 4th gen boy group vocalists? For sure, but let's dive in. Keeho is a unique vocalist in the context of 4th gen and even beyond. There are 3 things that make him stand out quite instantly. First, his lower register. Lower register is an area that's often left quite underdeveloped by I'd say majority of male vocalists in K-pop, and that even applies to more advanced vocalists like Jungkook of ateez or the god of belting himself, Saengwon of 17. Keeho, however, shines here, having a strong lower register with a natural, healthy forward placement.
Lately I've been on a roller coaster, trying to get a hold of my emotions, but all that I know.
The projection is solid, and in general, Keeho's delivery is really effortless. And of course, delicious to the ear. Another pretty unique vocal asset of Keeho is his use of vocal agility, which again is usually an area where most idols don't excel in. As an R&B influenced vocalist, Keeho is a frequent user of riffs and runs, fortunately a skilled one as well. He's able to execute runs with good clarity, precision, and considerable speed. And what's more, Keeho's runs have a natural flow to them, so they sound well integrated into the melody and have a proper bounce to them, which is impressive. Lastly, Keeho is a great example of balance and coexistence of style and technique. His delivery is very much rooted in pop, R&B with a hint of soul. Keeho clearly does have a distinct, recognizable sound.
I can promise you how I'll react, but all I can say is at least I'll wait for you.
But he has enough control to navigate his vocal style without sacrificing too much of his technique, which is a struggle for many other idols. On top of that, Keeho possesses a lot of other traits of a good vocalist. Great intonation, stamina, his chest voice is full and nicely developed, with a healthy buzz and a lot of character to it. His mix is pretty promising, vibrato is controlled. The moral of the story really is, the industry would be better if we had more vocalists like Keeho. So let's not forget about him. You might have not expected Nayeon, but I actually think there is a good reason for her to be here. Between her iconic striking visuals, her stage presence, dancing skills, her vocals do often get overlooked. Well, since Nayeon isn't an advanced vocalist yet, the lines she gets in twice painfully expose her technical shortcomings. For some reason, JYP producers just seem to love when idols sing in unreasonably high range, even if they sound the way Struggle feels. However, taking a closer look at Nayeon, we notice that the lead vocalist of TWICE actually has quite a lot to offer vocally. Nayeon has a lot of basics down, and despite technical limitations, you can tell that she always tries to make the most out of her skill set to perform her best. While in TWICE, oftentimes she has the role of a high belter, I find her lower register particularly interesting. Her use of vocal agility is also promising.
And now I'm in a whole new world with you. You know, you know, you know.
I feel like she may be listening to a lot of pop and R&B as well. Seeing Nayeon work in studio behind the scenes made me also realize how professional she is. Being able to give consistently good vocal and adjusting her delivery even in response to sometimes unclear direction requires both experience and control.
As you looking at me and I like it all, yeah. Not my option, yeah.
되나? 조금 더 피었나 이런 식으로 좀 예, 그런 게 이렇게 앞으로 예, yes.
Can't get enough.
Yes.
The new album showcases Nayeon as a vocalist in a fresh and truthful way, and I've been quite impressed. Ultimately, I believe that Nayeon hasn't reached her full potential yet. However, what she brings to the table already is quite solid. And by the way, this album, I love it so much. Sun is another idol whose vocals get a bit overlooked among his other strengths. To be completely honest with you, I had absolutely no idea he even was a lead vocalist in ateez. I know, shame on me, but also I don't think you can blame me too much here. Sun is mostly known for his charisma, insane stage presence, and dancing skills. Plus, vocally, ateez is pretty much dominated by Jongho, so that can sometimes make Sun's vocal contribution a bit unnoticed. Let it be known, however, that Sun can absolutely hold his own vocally. And he's no one-trick pony either, as he's able to tackle both softer and more powerful, aggressive lines. This is a little reminder that this man is in fact kind of an all-rounder. His vocal skill set isn't the most developed or refined, but it is effective. And vocally there is a lot he brings to ateez. You guys saw her on the thumbnail? Yes, eunbi makes her debut on my channel as a next example of an underrated vocalist. Quite a lot of you suggested eunbi, who I also have to admit wasn't too familiar with before, and now I'm kind of obsessed. I love her music. So from what I'm getting, eunbi gets a lot of praise for her stunning visual, dancing skills, charisma, and even personality. I also think the common opinion is that her voice is gorgeous, and I agree, her glossy tone is to die for. However, I would also like to point out that eunbi puts her instrument to a good use. eunbi's songs aren't easy to sing at all. The range is often tricky, phrasing can get pretty difficult, frequent switches between registers, the use of melisma, dynamics. The list goes on, and the fact that she makes them sound easier than they really are speaks to eunbi's vocal skill and control. Her delivery is clean and graceful.
네 중력을 지워가는 걸 어둠 속 날 찾아내 네가 좋아 손끝에 닿아온 느낌에 깜짝 흘려가는 내 목소린 널 휩쓸어 심해 속 밑바닥까지 끌어당겨.
Although stronger vocalists do exist in the industry, eunbi proves to be a vocally competent soloist whose skills deserve more attention and praise. The often forgotten main vocalist, Jaehyun, gets a bit lost not only among SM vocalists in general, but even within his group's vocal line. And why is that? Jaehyun is for sure a better developed vocalist than Haechan, but since he doesn't have as recognizable of a tone, and his voice also doesn't naturally sit as high as Doyoung or Taeil, producers seem to struggle a bit with giving Jaehyun parts that will allow him to shine. Also, the vast majority of K-pop fans are more likely to gravitate towards higher ranges, which leaves Jaehyun at a disadvantage. Nonetheless, Jaehyun sounds and sings like a trained vocalist. He produces a well-connected, healthy sound supported with a strong, steady airflow and consistently good tone.
And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby. To on my lonely night, I love you, baby.
His lower register is the strongest one in NCT 127. It's smooth, velvety, and naturally projected.
You don't know, babe, when you hold me. Let me share this whole new world with you.
Even though his range isn't too extensive, and he may struggle to sing in a typical tenor range, his mix register also shows signs of solid development.
지쳐가지만 나보는 보이지 않아. 난 너에게 다시 만나는데 키스의 여신 나의 trauma. Baby 키스의 여신 나의 trauma.
Like with pretty much any series vocalist, Jaehyun's vibrato is well controlled, it's even, stable, healthy.
Let me love you.
Not too shabby, huh? The moral is that there is absolutely no reason not to appreciate Jaehyun as a vocalist. And that's something I need to tell myself because I have forgotten about him when I was making my main vocalist 4th gen ranking. Yeah. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this list could be so much longer. You guys actually suggested a lot of good contenders: G of N Mix, Gone of Purple Kiss, Hanu of Kiss of Life, and more. I am open to making more videos like this one, so please let me know if you'd like to see that happen. Also, guys, my finals are over and basically so is my 5th year of med school. It means that now I can rest a bit and enjoy my life more, but it also hopefully means more space for creativity and consistency. I really want to create some cool, good videos. Hopefully they're coming in the future. That's all I have for you in this one. Thank you so much for watching and for your patience. See you in my next one. For now, bye guys. Now I gotta stream that Velvet album, so I'm super busy.